everyone, welcome back to my channel, Taiwan Unscripted. I know it's been a while that I didn't upload my video because these days Taiwan issues come up to a different level, and so this is why I'm trying to prepare a much more detailed video content to introduce or to let people know about the Taiwanese history. And in this time, I'm going to talk about the history of Taiwan. So it's a little bit complicated, but I think it's important for everybody in this world to know about Taiwan's history. So let's start it. Did you know Taiwan's history spans thousands of years and has been shaped by indigenous cultures, colonization, and its fight for democracy? It's a story of resilience, transformation, and a quest of recognition. So in this video, we will explore Taiwan's fascinating journey, from its earliest days to its modern identity. So let's dive into the history of Taiwan and uncover why this small island matters so much to the world. So first section, I'm going to talk about the early history about Taiwan. So Taiwan's story begins long before colonization. For thousands of years, it was home to indigenous peoples with diverse languages, cultures, and traditions. These indigenous groups, who still live in Taiwan today, are believed to have roots in Oceanasian civilizations that spread across the Pacific. Taiwan's strategic location also made it a natural trading hub, connecting Southeast Asia, China, and beyond. But this peaceful island wouldn't remain isolated for long. So next section, I'm going to talk about colonization and foreign influence. In the 1900s, European powers arrived. The Dutch established a trading post in southern Taiwan, while the Spanish set up a base in the north. This marked Taiwan's first exposure to global trade networks. But in 1962, a Chinese military leader named Zheng Chenggong, loyal to the fallen Ming dynasty, drove out the Dutch and claimed Taiwan as a base of his resistance against the Qing dynasty in mainland China. By 1983, the Qing dynasty took control of Taiwan, integrating it into the empire. However, Taiwan was seen as a frontier territory and received little attention from Beijing. And next section is about Japanese rule. Fast forward to 1985, after losing the First Sino-Japanese War, China ceded Taiwan to Japan. For the next 50 years, Taiwan was a Japanese colony. Under Japanese rule, Taiwan saw rapid modernization. Railways, schools, and infrastructure were built, and the island became an important agriculture base for Japan. However, life for ordinary Taiwanese wasn't easy, as Japan imposed its language and culture on the local population. And the next section is about the post-war period and the Civil War between 1945 to 1949. After World War II, Japan lost the control of Taiwan, and the island was handed back to China. However, this transition wasn't smooth. In 1949, the Chinese Civil War ended with the Communist Party taking control of mainland China. The defeated Nationalist Party, or as known as KMT, fled to Taiwan and established it as their base, declaring it the Republic of China. This marked the beginning of Taiwan's separation from mainland China. And here's something that I have to clarify first. You've probably heard people say the United Nations said Taiwan is part of China. But is that actually true? Let's break it down together in plain, simple terms. First, in 1971, the UN passed the Resolution 2758. It recognized the People's Republic of China, or PRC, as the only legitimate representative of China in the United Nations. And yes, it also removed the seat held by the Republic of China, or ROC, which had relocated to Taiwan after the Chinese Civil War. But here's the most important part. Nowhere in the resolution does it say that Taiwan is part of China. It only dealt with who gets to represent China at the UN. That's it. And some people also point to the Carroll Declaration from 1943. It said that territories taken by Japan, like Taiwan, should be returned to China. But hold on. In 1943, the People's Republic of China doesn't exist yet. Back then, China meant the Republic of China, which is the same government that's now in Taiwan. The PRC wasn't founded until 1949, after the Chinese Civil War. So, claiming Taiwan belongs to PRC because of the Carroll Declaration, that's like saying the new company gets the assets of a company that existed before it was even born. So, here's a simple analogy. Imagine there's a company called China, and Company A was the original. It's now working from Taiwan. Company B took over the original office in Beijing. And in 1971, the UN said, we now recognize Company B as the official China. But they never said, oh, and Company A belongs to Company B now. So see the difference? So to be clear, the UN recognized the PRC as China, but it has never ruled that Taiwan is part of PRC. It's super important. And Taiwan's status is still undetermined in international law, and it remains one of the most sensitive issues in global politics today. So next time, if someone says the UN says Taiwan is part of China, you will know the truth. It doesn't. And let's talk about the road to modern Taiwan. Okay, so for decades after 1949, Taiwan was under martial law ruled by the KMT in an authoritarian region. This period, known as the White Terror, saw political repression and limited freedoms. But the 1980s brought change. Taiwan transitioned to democracy, lifting martial law in 1987 and holding its first direct presidential election in 1996. Today, Taiwan is a vibrant democracy known for its freedom and innovation. So, let's talk about today's Taiwan. Modern Taiwan is a blend of its complex history and unique identity. It's a global leader in technology, producing the majority of the world's semiconductors. It's also a cultural hub with traditions from indigenous groups, Chinese heritage, and Japanese influence. However, Taiwan continues to face challenges, especially in its relationship with China, while Taiwan operates as an independent democracy. China views it as part of its territory, leading to the ongoing tensions. I think what I want to talk about is mentioned in this video. So, Taiwan's history is a story of resilience and transformation. It's an island that has overcome colonization, war, and political oppression to become the thriving democracy we see today. So understanding Taiwan's past helps us appreciate its present and and why its story matters not just to its people, but to the entire world. So if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's share Taiwan's story and help the world understand why it deserves a voice on a global stage. And I will see you next time. Bye.